Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For our radio audience tuning in at WYED 94.1 FM and WYEDonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also tuning in online via our podcast at iHeartRadio on Amazon Music. We're glad you all could be with us as well. This is part of a News You Can Use segment here at WYED, and today we're talking about help for those living with chronic pain. Approximately 20% of adults in the U.S. are living with persistent chronic pain lasting months and sometimes even years. Chronic pain, including low back, joint, and muscle pain, can affect every aspect of daily life. But the good news is that there's freedom from pain that is available, and this secret is not found in the prescription or surgery. Here to talk to us more about that, we're excited to welcome Tony Matoska to our broadcast today. Tony is a certified manual physical therapist. He's going to also share with you guys some great tips for managing pain, too. Tony, thank you again for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Cyrus.
Well, this is something that a lot of people are dealing with. I hear it from our listening audience. Tony, what is causing this pain epidemic that we're experiencing right now?
So one of the primary causes of this is we become more passive as a society. We're not getting enough movement in our daily lives. We drive to work, we sit, we drive home, and we find ourselves sitting too. So we're just not exercising as often as we need to be. On top of that, there's a lot of personal and life stresses that can contribute to these problems. And as our health problems grow, they can all contribute to our increased pain. We're also seeing a lot of adults turn to prescription medications to manage their pain, in addition to undergoing other invasive procedures and surgeries. And these can have both costly and long-term side effects. And when we treat this chronic pain, it really requires a multidimensional approach, and physical therapy is an excellent place to start for that.
Such a great thing. So when people hear the term chronic pain, Tony, they may wonder exactly what that is, but how is it diagnosed?
It's typically by timeline. Chronic pain is anything that typically lasts more than 6 months. At this point, it's no longer just the injured tissue that initially started the injury, but now it's how it hasn't healed correctly or how you've lost other aspects of movement, strength, and stamina that are contributing to your pain. So timeline is the best way to kind of determine this.
Well, Tony, as you know in your line of work, that many people, of course, when they're experiencing pain, they turn to prescription medications. I guess my question to you would be, is there a better way for them to deal with pain that they're experiencing?
Yeah, the best ways that you can do, one is if you're finding pain that's affecting your daily life and your overall function, is to talk to a local physical therapist. Athletico has over 900 clinics nationwide that you can find more information on our website, www.athletico.com. From there, you got to find ways that can keep you active, okay? Finding stuff that doesn't make your pain worse, but you also enjoy doing, that you don't need a lot of complicated equipment for. That could be something as simple as a walking program, aerobic training, weight training, water aerobics, spiking, things like that. The guidelines are roughly about 150 minutes of activity per week, and that can be divvied up and split up throughout the week as little or as often as you'd like. Other things that are going to be very important to cover with your physical therapist is going to be sleep. We refer to it as sleep hygiene. Poor sleep habits have been shown to significantly contribute to the development of chronic pain. So creating a set and consistent sleep schedule, trying to get that 8 hours of sleep a night is going to be very important for getting yourself out of pain. Nutrition is something that we will discuss as well. General rules to avoid the excessive sugar, eat more fiber, just to manage the systemic inflammation that can be problematic with chronic problems. And then talking about stress management. Okay, this is vital to talk about with your physical therapist. The number one predictor of developing chronic pain is depression. And it's very very impactful just in our bodies altogether. So managing stress in healthy ways, that'll help improve your pain and sleep. And then working on things like deep breathing, combination of aerobic and resistance training, meditation, mindfulness are all very helpful ways to help manage the stress component to this.
Yeah, it's interesting. Tony, as you were talking, I think about stress is such a big part of so many individuals' lives of different age groups as well. So those are some great tips for all of them to be able to think about. So you mentioned, of course, some of the conversations that you have. If someone has never visited a physical therapist before, what are some things that they can expect when they go to physical therapy?
So what to expect when you work with a physical therapist, Athletico, is they're going to get to know you. They're going to get to know your story and discuss how PT can help you, but what you can do for yourself to help yourself as well. We take a very holistic approach to assessing everything that may be contributing to your chronic pain. Treatment starts day one. We're going to get you on a very structured program that may involve some feel-good hands-on treatment, but it's also going to involve some exercise. And probably the most important thing is what you're going to do at home. So the exercise for at home, the activity for at home, but sleep sleep and stress management as well. And it's never too late to seek the treatment too. Earlier the better, obviously, but in most states, they allow for what we call direct access, meaning you can go straight to your physical therapist without needing a doctor's order. Certain insurances, especially those that are federally funded, like Medicare, Medicaid, have guidelines that the direct access does not apply to. But most major insurers just allow you to go to physical therapy right away. So ultimately, starting with PT can help save you on the cost of other procedures and medications and things like that. And it's the best way to start addressing your pain problems.
Tony, really good tips for our audience, especially for those that are dealing with chronic pain, to know that there's help outside of a prescription. Again, everyone, Tony Matoska has been our guest, certified manual physical therapist, talking with us about help for those who are dealing with chronic pain. You mentioned the website earlier, Tony. Would you mind sharing again where our audience can go for more information?
Sure thing. It's www.athletico.com. Here you'll find more information on our services, about our 900 plus locations. And we have an extensive library on health resources and blogs written by our experienced therapists. You can also learn more about free assessments that we offer, where you can at least get in clinic and talk with a therapist and determine if PT is the right option for you.
Well, Tony, thank you for the great work you're doing, and I appreciate you stopping by the program.
Thank you, Cyrus. Have a great one.
You as well. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live, and let's go make today amazing. Take care.